Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about the new Colourpop Your Golden eyeshadow palette. This is a 30 pan palette from Colourpop. It retails for $34. It's a very neutral palette, but it has all types of neutrals in here. We have some gold shades, champagnes, rose gold, peach, any type of transition shade you want. And then of course we have the pop of blue. I feel like there's so many neutral palettes out there that are basically brown taupe gold palettes with a pop of blue, and I always buy them because I love neutrals and I love blue, and that's what I did on my eyes today. We're gonna get into the tutorial in a minute, but I want to share some swatches so you can see the variety within this palette, and that's what really drove me to purchase this. It's been a minute since I bought a palette from Colourpop. I feel like I have all the ones that I really want. And I haven't bought a big Colourpop palette in a very, very long time. It's probably been years, but I was really drawn to all of the tones in this palette. We have so many nice warm neutral shades. We have lots of earthy colors. We also have some really dramatic, deeper shades in this palette as well, so you can get a really great variety of looks with this. Very basic day to day and super dramatic, super smoky looks too. So that's what really drove me to want to get this palette. So those are all of the shades in this palette, the cost and everything about it. Let's get into the tutorial so you guys can see how I did this look today. A really fun summer look with this palette. I'm gonna start off with this shade, Must Stay. This is a medium transition shade that has some gold reflect to it, but it's gonna go on pretty matte. And I know exactly what type of look I wanna do with this palette today. I definitely want to use the one blue shade in the palette, since every other look I'm going to do is going to be fairly neutral. I love these shades that have a little bit of a glitter reflect to them. I feel like it just makes the transition shade a little bit more seamless and less harsh. And then I'm moving into this shade Lounger, and these palettes do have quite a bit of fallout. Like right there is where I just tapped off my brush. I kind of find that to be the case with pretty much all Colourpop palettes. They do have quite a bit of fallout to them. And it has been a while since I made a Colourpop purchase. The last one I made was when their 5-pan palettes came out in January, because they come out with palettes like so quickly. Like I probably placed my order and they came out with another palette. Like they launch every single day. So I feel like it makes it a little hard to enjoy launches from Colourpop, because it's like you see something you like and then once you add it to your cart, there's been 5 other launches. So you kind of feel like it's already old news even by the time it launches. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this shade Prime Time, which is kind of like a burgundy deep brown. And I just want to apply that just a tiny bit in my outer corner. But with your transition shades, you can definitely get really good variety of how neutral or warm you want to make a look. So I'm using a wet brush on the shade Sun's Out. This is one of my favorite type of colorful shades, like a minty blue. Just the combination of mint or blue or green and a very warm crease is just like summer to me. Like it's my favorite type of colorful look to wear. This is definitely one of those eyeshadow looks where I wish I had somewhere to go. And I was actually gonna leave my house today, but this is so pretty. So I'll definitely have to recreate this for like a weekend or something. And then I'm just finishing up with this shade Bass, which is like a terracotta brown, and it has glitter to it as well, so it's gonna be good for the outer corner. I am realizing as I've been doing a lot of colorful looks lately that I definitely need to step up my makeup brushes. Like if you see some of my brushes, this is the brush I use every single day for my crease. I just rinse it every single time I do my eyeshadow, and I've been using it every day for 6 years because I feel like the bristles fell off in a place where it makes sense for my eye shape and how I apply my shadow. But I just prefer to overuse an old brush instead of replacing it. And then I'm just taking Suns Out on my finger and I'm just kind of diffusing that into my outer corner a little bit. I'm gonna add some liner from Patrick Ta. This is the shade Deep Bronze, so it's like a copper eyeliner. And then I'm gonna do some of the same transition shades on the lower lash line. I'm just starting off with Must Stay. And I'm gonna carry the green onto my lower lash line, just to add a little bit more color. So I'm gonna take the shade Jet Set and just pop that onto my brow bone. So I'm gonna use this shade One Way. And we're gonna do a little gold in the inner corner. And I think that could look really cute. Yes, like that, where it transitions into the green. Okay, this makes me so happy. I really, really like this look. I was so happy that this gold is just gold enough and just like yellowy enough, but it's not so orangey or anything where it looks really odd in my inner corner. Like it still is very reflective, and I'm just building that up because I think it actually looks really good built up. So I absolutely love this color combination. I love it with my straight hair too, and I love it with my bold brows. Like my brows are really stuck to my face right now. I put on way too much brow gel, but I kind of dig it with the straight hair and this kind of like wet eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna throw on some lashes, a lip color. I could put on some more highlighter, and then I'll give you guys all of my thoughts about this palette. All right, so here is the finished look, and I have a feeling that this palette is incredibly underrated. Like this palette probably is not being mentioned enough because so many other Colourpop palettes have come out in the last 10 days and so many Colourpop collections. I feel like with Colourpop, it's the themed collections that really get a lot of hype, like anything Disney related, the Barbie collection that came out recently, even like the Lizzie McGuire collection, anything that has some kind of other element to it, that has some nostalgia memory or a different fan base, those get so much attention and I think so much hype compared to just, you know, a standard neutral palette. But honestly, what are we gonna reach for every day? Honestly, I'll reach for this over the Barbie collection or something like that. This is gonna be the eyeshadow palette that I am wearing. I could wear basically every single day this summer and never get sick of it. But I do think that these 30 pan palettes should have a little bit more of a moment, especially one like this that is neutral, but you get every type of neutral in a really nice variety of peach tones, golds, metallics, silvers, even taupe shades, like really gorgeous smoky colors. Like this would be such a beautiful nighttime look. And then you get those really playful pastel tones. So you really do get some variety. But overall, I am very happy. I did not skip out on this palette. I almost did because Colourpop, they just go so quickly and it makes me like lose motivation about a palette when I know so many other releases, especially if I want to film a video about it. I know there's so many other releases already from Colourpop, but I'm so happy with this one. I had my eye on it when it was first announced. I'm like, that looks like a perfect palette to me, especially for summer with all the peach tones, the golds, the taupes, lots of variety in there. So you're not gonna get sick of this palette. I think when it comes to Colourpop, definitely try to stick to these bigger, more well-rounded palettes versus like those 5-pan palettes or even like the 9-pan palettes. I think that's what I'm gonna do going forward with Colourpop too, because I love the brand. They just move a little too quickly for me, like I've mentioned a million times, but definitely check this one out if you guys want a new neutral palette for summer. I think this is gonna be great for everyone. So definitely let me know if you've tried it out, if you've picked up this palette, or if you tried out any other new Colourpop release lately. Let me know your thoughts about their recent releases. If you like any particular collection, let me know that as well. But that's gonna be everything for today's video. If you wanna see more with this palette, I'm gonna be sharing more looks on my Instagram this week, along with more looks from other palettes that I reviewed recently on my channel. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.